Social Media Business Boosters was launched in Australia about the 1st of October 2011. So effectively we've only been going about 2.5 months from the time of this recording. It's incredible the popularity of it, and I'm just so happy about the number of licensees that are already going forward and making money, good money. We've got probably somewhere between 30 and 40 licensees at the time of speaking to you here, and yeah, I'm very proud of them because they have identified how to make a dollar from this. You know, we've got inquiries from all over the world about our Social Media Business Boosters business, but predominantly Australia, of course, because that's where we are and that's where we launched. But look, there are a lot of work-at-home mums, or should I say mothers, that have come out of the workforce to have a family and just want to do a small amount of work per week from their home in their time, which is a critical factor. We've also got university students doing this, once again, with limited time but want an income. Then we have people that just get it and see that they can make a very large income from this business. And to quote one guy, as soon as he got his first big client, and I'm talking a client paying him thousands of dollars per month for his work, he quickly identified that he wanted to set up an office in every capital city right around Australia in a given time frame, and that time frame is a couple of years. So various people see different elements of what they wish to do with it, but it is that kind of business. It can be a very large organisation or quite small if you wish it to be. The other thing that is quite uncanny, we get a lot of inquiries from IT people. Now, anybody can do this business, and you don't have to be pushing the buttons to be a social media manager. We teach you the ways to maximise your profitability and the smart ways to work your business when you come to training. But it's funny because a lot of these IT people really know their stuff, but they've never run a business before. And a big part of what we do, other than talking about social media platforms and identifying the right platforms for the business you're talking to, is teaching you how to run a business. Very simple, but we have to assume that many people haven't even so much as written an invoice before in their life. So we teach you all of that business stuff that you need to know, as well as social media. First of all, we have a lot of leads come through our website, which we try and distribute fairly to our licensees, depending on where they are, etc. That's the first thing. Second thing is, as you can see here behind me, 99% of business owners know they should be marketing using social media, but don't know how. Now, that's telling us that it is very easy to get business from business and government and sporting bodies and events management people, and so it goes on. Not hard to get business, but there is another secret I have, which I'm not prepared to divulge on this video, which we teach you at training, very happy to do so, which will introduce you to a market of thousands of prospects. All of these questions are really good. Part of the service we provide and a huge point of difference that Social Media Business Boosters offers is precisely these few elements coming up now, because we do this very differently to anybody else in the business. There's a lot of people out there training in social media. There's a lot of seminars and workshopping sessions done, and I've had fed back to me firsthand that a lot of people that sit in on these seminars and these so-called experts get up in front of them and tell them how they should be marketing using social media, and those experts are correct. What they don't go on to do is the how-to, and that is what we teach. So we teach you and train you how to qualify a customer so that you have an understanding of their need. Now, it's not just a matter of asking them, about the sort of marketing they're doing now and how you're going to integrate it. You need to understand their business. You need to draw information from them on what their business is about, their growth plans, where they wish to go with this in the future, whether they're going to retain the kind of product base they have now or whether they want to change direction going forward. Many elements that they need to understand about their client. So we train you in the sequence of questions to ask to qualify the client so that you can then go away and present a package that works. Now the next critical thing is, and I reckon Jane's about to ask me this one, is which social media platforms should I recommend for the kind of business I'm dealing with?
That was my next question.
Okay, well, very important one. In fact, critical, because the food and beverage industry or retail will be very different to a distribution business or a government department or whatever. There are many, many different needs that need qualifying, therefore there will be many different platforms to be considered. And so we train you how to understand all of those, qualify all of those, so that you can go back and present in a manner that will get you the business, and believe me, it will. As part of your training as a licensee, we train you in how to invoice and present your services or your proposal, if you like, to your client. Now, it will change. It's not always set in concrete because different businesses require different services. But generally speaking, it will involve an initial setup. Then, going forward, there will be a monthly fee charged to cover off the services that you're providing going forward. It doesn't just stop there. We have to assume that you've never been in business before, so perhaps we need to train you or teach you how to write an invoice and make sure that you're paid on a regular basis, monthly by direct debit or the like, so that you don't have to concern yourself with that side of your business and you can get on making money and do what you do in the best manner. We teach you how to identify future opportunities going forward. That does a few things. Not only does it keep you up with the latest, but sets you up as the expert in the eyes of your client, so they really think, hey, this person knows what they're talking about. But it keeps you astride of profit opportunities going forward, where you can capitalise on what's coming in new arenas, or what you will see that business requires going forward. So many different ways to do this, but all additions to your bottom line, which is key. It's what you're buying your licence for. When a licensee comes on board, we've got a few options for them. We can provide their logins as soon as their licence is activated. They can then do their own online training or study, if you like, which we do recommend. And we also offer this face-to-face training that I've been talking about here. That is in our training room, right here where we're doing this filming. And it's for 3 days. Generally, a big half of it is on platforms. In fact, a couple of days of it is on platform work, and a day dedicated to how to get business, how to work your client base and all those necessary elements. The training is thorough. We don't just set you and forget you. We will look after you ongoing. But it really depends on the person and their need as to how they might get stuck into their training straight away or otherwise. For instance, if you are a young mother with a young family and you can't leave the family, and you wish to train at home, online, that's fine. We understand that, and you can do it. And we have licensees out there that have done exactly that and now have clients in Australia and overseas, very high-paying clients, and they haven't been to do their face-to-face training yet. I do recommend face-to-face training because there's a certain interaction within the room with other licensees of questions being asked. You'll hear the sorts of responses, and it's just nice to know who you're dealing with. And we do love people to come to head office. You can identify with our staff, and you can visualise where we are and what we're about. And I must say our staff here are fantastic. Everybody's dedicated to the cause. Everybody had an input in putting this licence/franchise together, and I defy you guys watching this to find that in too many other organisations similar. Look, it's a mixed bag, and it's lovely to see, because we've got students right down to a young fellow, Brisbane-based, that has got, 3 clients on board just to earn an income to see his studies a bit further down the track. And that young man identified an opportunity with one of his clients where that business had a Facebook page set up, but was doing it with great inconsistency or nothing at all. And that is actually a business opportunity in itself, because a lot of these businesses set up a Facebook page because they know they should have one and then do nothing more, or do some work on it ad hoc, and really they're better off to do nothing than that. This young man saw this opportunity, went and approached the business owner, said, hey, how about if I do this for you for X number of dollars per month, which he's now doing, and he's taking that business to a place they've never been before, and they can't believe the business that they're getting as a result of that consistency with their work. Now that is a very small example, but that's probably the bottom end of the scale. The top end of the scale is people that are getting all these large clients, and I'm amazed at where these contracts and clients come from, but big companies or government organisations that need many layers of work doing. In other words, they might need work for the business itself and for all their distribution centres or their outlets, plus the management and middle management and various depots, and so it goes on. So many layers of work worth many thousands of dollars per month. Jane has actually really had to push me for a number of weeks to do this video. The reality is, we are so pleased here with those licensees that have changed their lives by setting themselves up in a small business that is now going places. And it amazes me that we're getting inquiries from all over. These licensees are getting business, getting out there and doing it. We really want to look after you and ensure that you succeed. So please have a look at the 15-minute video on this email. I'd encourage you to look at that and then give us a call back and we can have a chat. You will have questions, that's understandable. We're here for you. Ring us, ask us the questions, and hopefully we can help you make a lot of money.